Most birds must hunt to eat, unless they live in a cage. Someone owns them. And some kill their prey in peculiar ways. Have you ever heard of the shrike? What about the giant petrel? Trust me, you want to see how these birds kill their prey, so stick around because we're getting started. (15) Eagle hunting mountain goat. The eagle in this video hovers above a mountain goat that's well aware of his presence. But this mountain is huge, so I'm not sure the eagle can manage this, and the eagle agrees with me because it eventually decides to abandon the hunt. This next battle is out of this world crazy. This eagle may have taken on more than it could chew. This is a huge goat, and the eagle is having all sorts of problems with it. The goat runs down the mountain, trying desperately to rid itself of the attacking eagle, but it's no simple task. As it runs down, it trips and stumbles, and this doesn't help the eagle, especially when they both crash into a huge rock. But the eagle is stubborn and still hanging on. That's incredible. However, the goat drags the eagle on the ground, and even for this tenacious eagle, it's too much. I'm sure its wings were damaged along the way. The goat escapes, and the eagle is left empty-handed. A golden eagle displays a remarkable hunting strategy, preying on goats much larger than itself by flying above and grabbing them before throwing them off the cliff face. Watch as a large eagle soars over a goat, grabs it, and then flies with it before dropping it to the ground and killing it. Then it's off to the races, while the eagle feasts on its kill. This demonstrates how eagles have evolved their strategy for hunting larger prey with less effort. 14. Giant petrel hunting penguin. A southern giant petrel appeared just as juvenile penguins were starting to swim. Because the lower part of the penguin's skull has less muscle, the petrel may hit it with its beak more effectively. The little penguin's dad is in love with his gentoo and decides to protect him from the mean petrel. The small penguin escapes when the bandit petrel loses its grip on him when dad slaps and whips the attacker in the midsection. The petrel flies away, and the youngster makes it up to the beach to safety thanks to his father's courage. This giant petrel in this video is devouring this baby penguin alive in front of his friends who don't do anything to help. The penguin is pleading for compassion, but the petrel continues to massacre the penguin until the second petrel joins in. The hunt turns into a penguin mindstorm for the famished petrels. This penguin is being devoured by these gigantic petrels, and the scene appears like a crime scene because it is. These giant petrels resemble a pack of wild wolves, gnawing and shredding flesh until there is nothing left. Adult penguins stand by and observe, but do nothing. 13. Eagle hunting fox. This eagle launches a full aerial attack on this fox, but misses the first time it tries to pick it up. The fox continues to run, attempting to flee the eagle, but the eagle charges again and manages to grab the fox for a short time longer, but not long enough to kill it as the fox makes his final escape. An eagle swoops down quickly and crushes a fox. You can see the results of the attack at the end of the video as the eagle stands on the dead fox. An eagle swoops down and tackles a fox, but what's amazing about this video is how the big and powerful eagle decides to take off with the fox clamped in its talons. This is not a small fox, and yet the eagle makes it look easy. 12. Falcon hunting duck. Falcons are known for their ruthless hunting techniques. When pursuing field-feeding waterfowl, falcons frequently crash into their prey. The ground struggle is minimized when the smaller falcon delivers a knockout blow since the duck is heavier and stronger. You can see what I mean in this video as the falcon, if you can see the bird, because it's lightning fast, smashes into the duck repeatedly until the duck is almost unconscious. After neutralizing a duck, a falcon tries to finish it off, but the duck is feisty and fights back as it tries to free itself. Falcons are deadly predators, but they're not big, and when they're not in movements, making the kill becomes tougher. It doesn't look like the falcon in this video manages to snatch one of the ducks after it swoops down for the kill. The bird of prey flies away and lands on a fur, most probably to rethink its strategy. 12. Falcon hunting goose. Watch how this falcon attacks a much larger Canada goose and doesn't give up, even when the goose tries to push it away. The goose is in big trouble while the falcon takes it down and finishes it off. Another goose tries to fight off a falcon, and even though falcons are not big birds, they pack a big bird kind of punch. Falcons are not big birds of prey. I think I said that already. But they pack an incredible punch in that small body. I said that too. I guess I'm running out of words, but here's a perfect example, as this falcon can be seen all over a goose. In this spectacular video, we can see a falcon attack a goose in midair, and easily take it down on the fly. Peregrine falcons have had cultural significance for humans throughout history, possibly because of their incredible flying and hunting abilities. They are still one of the most popular birds in the sports of falconry today, and they were considered the birds of royalty in ancient times. 10. Eagle hunting snake. Certain eagles like the brown snake eagle are expert snake killers, but snakes like the one in our thumbnail will not go down without a fight. This brown snake eagle doesn't seem intimidated one bit by the cobra's hood and just stomps on the snake as if it was a game. And perhaps it is for the eagle, but it's a deadly one. Because the banded sea snake's venom is so potent it can kill a scuba diver, most underwater predators avoid sea snakes on a regular basis. The real threat to them comes from the sky. Snake Island is a small piece of limestone off the coast of Malaysia that is home to hundreds of sea snakes. Don't be fooled by the calm right now. These snakes have arrived on the island to breed, and the competition for potential mates will be fierce tonight. Sea snakes spend most of their time in water, but they lack gills. Because their lungs stretch almost the entire length of their bodies, to fill them, they must swim to the surface to breathe, making them vulnerable. This white-bellied sea eagle has youngsters to feed, so it's out looking for them, armed with keen vision and razor-sharp talons. The eagle has mastered the snatch and grab, and one of her favorite preys is the sea snake. The eagle snatches the snake, but the snake isn't going down without a fight. The snake begins to fight back as the eagle flies towards the nest with her prize. It can even bite in midair. He might be able to kill his abductor if he manages to inject his venom, but biting an enemy in midair is difficult, especially for a creature that spends most of its time in the water. It's too little too late for this snake. In this video, this cobra has a chance to fight back when the eagle repositions, and it allows the reptile to fend off the eagle on several occasions, until the bird of prey decides he has had enough and takes off. A snake is easily neutralized and killed by an eagle in this video, but we don't see how the eagle eats the snake because the video ends too soon. I don't know what kind of snake this is, but its colors are stunning. The only problem is the eagle doesn't care about the snake's looks because he just wants to eat it. 9. Skua hunting penguin. It's a dangerous life for a chick on Antarctic shores. Without their parents' protection, they are vulnerable to attacks from skuas and other predators. Skuas like picking on small baby penguins, and this is exactly what these two skuas are doing in this video. After dragging the poor baby penguin away from his helpless mother, the skuas deliver the final blows and kill the penguin. Skuas are among the most hazardous bird predators in Antarctica. Adult skuas eat penguins, especially their young, but even adults. This poor penguin is laying on the ground, suffering while the skua is biting it. The penguin is in bad shape, and it's only going to get worse as the skua is stabbing right through his body. These seabird predators, known as skuas, prey on other seabirds' prey, including chicks and even puffins. The same skua's eggs and chicks are targeted by ravens. Isn't it wonderful the way the environment works? In this video, a skua tries to grab a small penguin chick from its mom, but mom stands guard and stays close to the youngster. So the skua must wait it out or look for a better opportunity elsewhere. 8. Hawk versus magpies. This hawk kills this magpie while fending off another magpie attempting to assist its friend. It's amazing that the magpie is attempting to help a friend in need, risking its life in the process. But the hawk is tenacious and fights it off. If you thought fending off one magpie while trying to kill another one was amazing, think again. Because the hawk in this video kills this magpie while fending off 5 other magpies trying to rescue their friend. How crazy is that? 5 magpies! After an unsuccessful day out with his camera, a wildlife enthusiast decided to call it a day and walk home. On his way back, he heard a load of magpies making a lot of noise in a tree, so he decided to go and investigate. He was amazed to find a young female sparrowhawk that had taken down a magpie. 7. Hawk versus pigeon. Pigeons are a hawk favorite, and you can see in this video that hawks have no pity for these birds, as a hawk can be seen ready to attack and kill a pigeon. But when the bird of prey attacks, the pigeon surprisingly defends itself well. But the hawk isn't going to quit so easily, except when the man filming yells. It spooks the hawk and the pigeon is saved by the bell. Hawks are skilled hunters who can swoop down, snag a pigeon, and flee in a flash. It's difficult to keep hawks from killing birds. Most places make it unlawful to kill or even harass hawks. Most birdwatchers don't want to hurt a hawk any more than they enjoy seeing hawks eat pigeons. In this video, a Cooper's hawk pins and kills a pigeon. After killing a pigeon, this hawk perched itself on a tree with its kill and began digging into the dead pigeon. It was an easy kill for the hawk. Passersby noticed the disturbance across the street. It wasn't something they expected to see right outside their front door, but there were plenty of pigeons to eat. The pigeon weighed 9 ounces and the Cooper's hawk weighed 1 pound. The Cooper's hawk's markings plainly suggested it was a juvenile. It probably took 10 to 15 minutes from start to end. In the end, Cooper's hawk swallowed the pigeon, demonstrating its predatory abilities once again. This bird won't be eating from their feeders any longer. This happened 50 meters away from the house of the person filming this video, in a neighbor's garden. The person filming tried yelling and waving, but the sparrowhawk ignored him completely. The man was unable to enter his neighbor's garden to save the bird, so he let nature take its course, and after some deliberation, he justified it by claiming that sparrowhawks too require food to survive. 6. Crow attack on rat. Even though the crow in this video is much bigger than the rat and looks like it's stabbing the little rodent in the mouth, it's actually the rat that's biting the crow's beak, holding onto it to prevent the bird from biting it. What a smart little rat. And when the man filming uses a stick to separate the two belligerents, it gives the rat a chance to make a run for it. And boy, does he take his chance. Crows often gang up on their adversaries, and that's exactly what these two crows are doing to the rat in this video, trying to stab it to death. Another crow is seen picking on a rat, and it's obvious the bird has the advantage. But you never know the outcome until it's over, especially when it involves a feisty and resilient creature such as a rat. This crow attempts to attack a rat, and it appears the crow always uses the same technique of grabbing the rat by the tail, but it never works. If crows are to be successful when trying to kill rats, I believe their attack strategies should be revised. Perhaps it's time to call an international crow convention so they can straighten out this immense problem. A crow is seen pecking on a small rat in a parking lot. We don't see the outcome of the fight, but I'm putting my money on the crow. Crows are much bigger than rats, and they have the height advantage, along with an extremely pointy beak that can cause a lot of damage. The rat has none of those, and all it can do is try to escape, but after a few attempts, the crow takes out the heavy artillery and stabs the rat to death. 5. Great blue heron eats chipmunk. The great blue heron is enjoying a day at the park, but what would a day like this be like without any treats? And that's why this heron eats a chipmunk. The chipmunk was scavenging for fallen birdseed under a bird feeder when this great blue heron swooped in and snatched him up. This cute little chipmunk runs into the wrong bird when this heron grabs the little critter and holds onto it, thinking about what to do next, which if you ask me is quite easy to figure out, but the heron is taking his sweet time. 4. Seagull hunting prey. This seagull cleans the streets of Sweden when it catches a rat and eats it whole. You can see the seagull is having a hard time swallowing the rat as it desperately tries to gulp it down. It takes a few seconds, but it gets the job done. What a better place to find food for seagull than land in an area where pigeons are begging for food. Instead of competing with the pigeons for human food, the seagull figures, hey, why not just grab and eat a pigeon? It's much easier that way. Seagulls are great rat hunters, and they can provide a service for cities around the world as they exterminate rodents on city streets and sidewalks, just like the seagull in this video is doing. A rodent has been killed by a seagull in this video, but by the looks of it, it may have been run over by a car, and the seagull found it dead, because this rat, ladies and gentlemen, is as flat as a pancake. It seems like this seagull has it easy in this video because all the bird had to do was scoop the rodent off this rock since it was already dead, or so it seems. Seagulls have always been abrasive, especially when it comes to guarding nesting grounds. They are becoming increasingly numerous. If they want your food, you can bet they will try to get it. Have you ever seen a seagull eat a cat? Well, in this video, the seagull kills a small black kitten, and after dropping it on the ground for a few seconds, it swallows the kitty cat in no time, just like it would a rat. 3. Owl attack on chicken. Apparently, the owl in this video swooped down and killed the chicken of the man filming. The man figured if he couldn't save his chicken, he may as well film his killer so he could send the video to the police. An owl, hawk, or coyote is the most likely predator when there are no other signs of disturbance, such as the absence of adult birds. Most of these predators can catch and carry off an adult chicken. Many owls attack prey at night, like this owl just attacked a chicken and killed it without a problem. The great horned owl that lives near this family's home has been captured on camera for the first time ever. The natural hunting, diving, attacking, and killing skills of the owl can be seen in this video, and perhaps even a little bit of how he consumes his prey as well. These chickens were frightened by this owl's patience and clever way of scaring them in the dark. This barn owl just killed a young chicken and is holding the dead animal in its mouth. After a few seconds, the owl takes off, and we can see it standing right next to its kill. This room has chickens and rats, and a couple of owls are flying around in there. I honestly don't know what to think of this place, but it's creepy. 2. Shrike bird attack on prey. The shrike is a songbird that looks like a raptor and has raptor-like features. Shrikes are unable to hold their prey long enough to devour it, so they impale it on nearby spikes, just like you see in this video. They frequently aggregate kills among prickly shrubs to establish territory or attract females. This loggerhead shrike swoops down on a sparrow and begins dragging it around while eating it. This little bird reminds me of several of the larger animals we've seen in other countdowns. Shrikes are small but deadly predators for their size. They are total carnivores that will devour everything they can get their beaks on. Therefore, they hunt from high places and consume whatever rodents and birds they can find. This usually refers to insects, although shrikes sometimes kill and devour small vertebrates like mice, lizards, and even other birds. Some people believe that northern shrikes replicate the songs of other birds to attract the prey of a bigger size, and there is evidence that these birds have been able to effectively hunt down ducks and pigeons. They like to impale their victims after killing them, and this shrike is doing just that with his most recent kill, a frog. 1. Owl hunting pigeon and dove. In this video, a tawny owl attacks a stock dove, and the feathers go flying as the pigeon is smacked left and right by the attacking owl. The barn owl in this video walks into a pigeon coop and attacks the 4 pigeons inside, but only manages to kill one of the birds. Just as these 2 barn owls are starting to bond, getting things going in the sack, a huge disturbance occurs when a couple of pigeons come knocking at their door. One of the pigeons enters the coop, so the owls attack relentlessly, but the pigeon stays there. One of the owls flies out of there, while the other owl remaining attacks the pigeon. After all this ruckus, it's the pigeon that manages to kick both owls out of the coop. Imagine purchasing a new home like these owls did and going through this sort of home invasion episode. It's enough to sell that house and never come back. It seems like size doesn't count when you are the bird. I mean, the strike is such a small bird, and yet, it delivers a deadly strike. Which one was your favorite? Why don't you let us know in the comments below? Well, that's it for now. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like and let us know in the comments what you think. Check out our other videos and subscribe to be part of the fun. Click on the notification icon so you can see our new videos as soon as they're uploaded. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.